Hello, this is Joyce, and I am here with some quick projects that I made, and I'm going to share those with you. And I'm going to post these for the Crafty Dares challenge over on Instagram and Saturday Morning Makes with Jill Norwood. The links will be in the box below. The first project is actually a project that I made last week for Saturday Morning Make. I made it for the Crafty Dares challenge, and the second one is for this week's. So I am going to share them together because I did not get a chance to do a video last week, even though I posted the card over on my Instagram. Things that I used for this project card were this Hello die. I used some of this bling in red. I used this strawberries from Cottage Cuts. I didn't use the leaf. I was going to use the leaf, and I used, just wanted to say, where is it? I used this stamp from here, and I always forget that I have these stamp sets and then don't, they have words and stuff, and I always forget about them. So I'm trying to do better about using things that are in my stash. And this is just another hello that I had cut out. The papers that I use, I just pulled them from it. And one of the things about the card from last week, it was supposed to be tea-dyed paper. Well, I used some spray instead of tea dye. I never use my sprays, but I had this terracotta walnut ink, and I used that to dye my paper with, because I just didn't have time to tea dye. So this is the card that I made from last week, and as you can see, there are my strawberries and the bling that I used. And also we had to use cheesecloth. So I layered on top of the cheesecloth, and I actually inked it with a Copic marker to give it a little color, because the white was so stark against the background. And it just says hello, and I didn't mat the inside, and that is weird because I cut the mat. Anyway, I do not see it right now, so I will include it later. But I really like how this card turned out. I wasn't sure because I struggled making this card because it was used cheesecloth, tea-dyed paper, and fruit. Okay? Yeah. So, like I said, I was unsure, and it took me a while to come up with that. This week's project for Crafty Dares was to make it vintage, tear the paper, and distress edges. So, one of the things that I did, I pulled out Graphic 45, and I have all of these single individual sheets. And I thought, okay, let me do something with music. I had some musical items from Tonic that I hadn't used. So I pulled this out, and this is the music paper that I decided to use because, Graphic 45, pretty much a lot of it is vintage. And so I cut this sheet here and used it. And it took me a long time with this card too, because my mind just has not been functioning well. When it has not been creative, let me put it like that. But so I had this horn player that I guess a Tonic that I actually picked up. It's called Trumpet Interlude. I got this at Tuesday Morning excuse me, years ago. Never used it, so I pulled that out. And then I used some of the glazed chestnut. Y'all, I love this stuff. Pearlescent card from Tonic. Let me put that over there. And like I said, I used the Graphic 45, and I had actually cut the piano note because like I said, I have some musical things. I pulled out this, and I actually cut it, but it was just a little too bright. And then I have this stamp this die from Paper Tray Ink, and it is called Joyful. And I think I got this as a free gift when I bought some things before, and I actually used one of these. And this, I had cut this, was gonna use it, and just never did. So here is my card. As you can see, I tore the paper. I doubled up on my trumpeters, and I used that Joyful die on top of the little rectangle there. And on the inside, on the back of this paper, was actually a piano keys and some other images that I can't wait to use. But I distressed the edges. You know how long it's been since I used a distressor, but I actually found my Tim Holtz distressor, so it came in handy. And I just kind of distressed the edges around the piano keys. I didn't do, I didn't mat anything under it just because I didn't think it needed it. And I kind of I inked the edges here because I did want to show the brown paper behind that. I just didn't cut it short enough, and then I just left bits and pieces of it white. I love it. I think it's different from anything I've made before. It can be, I'm going to put an area here for messages. And I really, it's different. I don't usually do cards like this, but I will be using it because, they always come in handy. So those are my projects, guys, and I want to thank you so much for watching. I will have links to Tina's Crafty Dares on Instagram and to Jill's channel. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Time to get out and do some things. Bye, guys. And if you like this video, please leave me some comments. Click the like button. Tell your friends. And now I will see you in the next video. Bye.